What's going on YouTube? It's your boy banging 2 times, you feel me, and today. Sorry y'all, I'm actually eating right now. I made a little fruit bowl, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually eating, so you know what I'm saying, you know the vibes, you feel me? But like today y'all, we back with another video, you know what I'm saying? I'm reacting to some bizarre moments that happen in court, you know what I'm saying? Apparently there's crazy stuff right now, you feel me? So, you know, when she was popping, I done watched a lot of court videos now. I feel like I can be a lawyer or a judge or even a defendant. Wait, hold on, I ain't trying to be no defendant, man. I'm trying to sue people. I'm trying to get my money, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, y'all. Anyways, y'all, let's get straight to the video, man. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, y'all, this food just too bomb. This fruit bowl, I feel like them people on Hollywood Boulevard right now. Nice and healthy. Let's get straight to the video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. New to the channel.
Court is the most respected institution in the world. It's where people's entire futures are sometimes at stake. And when you enter one, you have to be on your best behavior. But the world has its fair share of odd people who can't act normal, even in the strict confines of a courtroom. Let's get to it to find out the top 10 court scenes so bizarre you won't believe they actually happened. Number 10. Mr. Wilkins. In 2008, Mr. Wilkins was in court for a felonious assault charge. He decided he wanted to represent himself in court, even when encouraged by the judge to get a lawyer. A few years earlier, he represented himself and was miraculously acquitted, despite having only an 8th grade education. So presumably he thought the same thing would happen. But it didn't. He was in the middle of questioning a police officer as part of his defense and knew he couldn't get away with it this time. So he tried to act his way out of it. He collapsed to the floor, faking a heart attack.
Maron, excuse me for a second. I need some time.
But this Academy Award-winning performance definitely didn't bode well with the judge. She had multiple police officers and medics check out Mr. Wilkins, and they all concluded he was completely faking it. After waking him up, she had some choice words from Mr. Wilkins.
You've been checked out by trained deputies who are medics. You've been checked out by a registered nurse as well as an emergency medical technician. All of whom indicate that there is nothing physically wrong with you, nor any reason why you couldn't continue here, sir.
Judge Hoffman ended his antics with a 42-year sentence. Maybe he'll use that time in jail to brush up on his acting
42?
skills. Number 9. Threatening the judge. Most of the time in court, you want to prove that you're innocent, especially if you're up for a murder charge. Let's just say Juan Rodriguez clearly isn't the brightest crayon in the box. During his arraignment for attempted murder charges for stabbing a nurse's assistant, he threatened someone's life in the courtroom. The judge.
Listen to me. You don't let me out of here, I'm gonna kill you. I'm a Jew. I'm gonna take your life if you don't let me out of here. Okay? I'm done. Now let's eat breakfast. The rabbi's cooking.
He demanded to be released from jail for Rosh Hashanah, but
Yo, what? What? Bro, you gotta give that guy 100 years, bro. 100 years, bro. One
Life if you don't let me out of here. Okay? I'm done. Now let's eat breakfast. The rabbi's cooking.
he demanded to be released from jail for Rosh Hashanah because of his Jewish background. However, instead of being polite, he hurled insults at the judge, threatening to kill her. Needless to say, she definitely did not side with him, and ruled that he be held without bond for a first-degree attempted murder charge. Number 8. 2 women fall to the floor. Having a life sentence read out is definitely up there as one of the worst moments in someone's life. But for Erica Mae Butts and Shanita Latrice Cunningham, both convicted of killing a 3-year-old baby, their reaction was among the most bizarre.
You will get credit for any of the time that you
Lord, please help us, Lord.
Butts' mother also had to be physically thrown out of the room because of her screaming. Who knew those courtroom chairs could come in so handy? They're currently serving a life sentence.
Lord, they deserve that life sentence. Lord, do your
Number
justice,
7.
please, Lord.
Franklin Williams won't shut up. Franklin Williams, accused of 3 armed robberies, definitely loves to talk. The judge, in the first 20 seconds of his trial, urges him not to speak and to let his lawyer speak for him. In fact, he decides to interrupt the judge so much to plead his case that the judge has no other options than to yell, "Zip it," to Mr. Williams. But he still doesn't get the point across.
I just met this attorney the other day.
That's fine. So
here,
okay,
I came and took my cell phones yesterday, and they came and took all my property out my cell today.
Mr. Williams,
Zip
I'm the judge in the matter. Shut your mouth, and I'll tell you when you can talk. You got it? So at this point, I'm going to hear from your lawyers, and that means zip it.
So in one of the most bizarre cases ever, the judge makes good on his threat by taping his mouth shut.
That's what it is.
He definitely now understands what it means to have the right to remain silent, earning himself 24 years in prison. Number 6, grabbing a gun.
Brother, I be telling y'all, bro, just let the judge speak, bro. Don't talk too much. Be humble with it. That 24 literally could have been 10 or 5 years, bro. I ain't even gonna cap. It could have been. And you might have got bailed too. I don't know. But shit, man. You talk too much. This is what problem when you talk too much and you don't listen and you don't speak when it's time to speak sometimes, bro. Sometimes you got to talk your shit, of course. But sometimes you got to know when. You got to know when to do it. Balance it out, my brothers. And sisters too, you know what I'm saying? Come on.
Remaining calm during sentencing is one of the most important aspects of being in court. In this case, Michael Fisher is calmly waiting for his sentencing to be given out. The judge reads that he's been found guilty of first-degree murder in the killings of his wife and son. The sentence he received is life in prison without parole. In that moment, he decides to take matters into his own hands. He punches Deputy Scott Eby and tries to remove an officer's handgun in hopes of escaping. While grabbing an officer's handgun may have seemed like a good idea in the moment, he soon realized it wasn't, and he should have just sat there like everyone else as he's tasered by officers. Michael's last words to the judge were, "I'm going to come back and get every last one that did something to me." Good luck, Michael. You're never getting parole. Number 5.
This guy's
Thumbs
a
up.
dumbass.
You're going to jail.
Dumbass because
Isabel Martinez isn't exactly your run-of-the-mill upstanding citizen. She's charged with 6 counts of aggravated assault and 5 counts of murder for killing her husband and 4 kids by stabbing. Only one of her offspring survives. The reaction of the woman on the left to her charges says it all.
Oh my
10
God,
counts
bro.
of murder, which of course also is a felony. You have no bond on the murder charges. Only a superior court judge can even
she needs
consider
help, bro.
bond on that. You are entitled to have a hearing to consider you for bond within 30 days.
The judge asks her if she has any job, which she replies no. And then when he urges her to get an attorney, she completely refuses. The strangest part is that this woman seems super happy about the killings and even more excited that she has a life sentence. She gets on the ground, bowing out of nowhere, confusing the entire court. It seems she loves having the attention and the cameras on her, smiling proudly and touching her outfit as if she's famous. She gives her sentence a big 2 thumbs up.
People that you're in the courtroom with here, the people in the holding cell, the people
Bro,
in the
she needs to go to a mental asylum, bro.
about your case, you
No,
create another
this is
witness
not
for
funny,
the
bro.
state.
So far, she's escaped the death penalty and is awaiting trial for life in prison. The court is still waiting to deem if she's mentally stable enough to have a trial.
That's what I'm
Do you
saying.
think she's mentally
No,
stable?
I don't.
Number
At all,
4,
bro. She's
Penelope Soto. Penelope Soto is very charming when she's in court. On a charge of drug possession, she goes on about how much jewelry she owns and laughs
She
whenever
look
the
good,
judge
I
is
ain't gonna
talking.
cap.
But the judge reminds her that this is a court, not a club.
How much would you say your jewelry is worth? It's not a joke, you know. We're not in a club now.
And things take a turn for the worse for her as she makes fun of the judge's accent, saying adios when she leaves.
Bye-bye.
She cute,
For this,
though.
the judge changes her charge from $5,000 to $10,000. She is livid, walking away, flipping the bird, and telling the judge to f*** off. At this point, the judge has had enough. He brings her back, finds her in direct criminal contempt, and orders her to spend 30 days in the county jail for that outburst. This girl was obviously never taught to respect authority.
Did you say
yes,
me?
Actually, I
Did you say that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you did say that?
I'm not
I
gonna
find you in
lie.
direct criminal contempt. 30 days in the county jail.
Okay.
Sadly, in a later hearing, the judge dropped the $10,000 fine along with the 30 days in jail and sent her to drug court instead because she apologized.
My behavior was very irrational, and I apologize not only to the court and you, but to my family.
Number 3, Judge Kiana Lillard. Judge Kiana Lillard is in the middle of sentencing Amanda Cosal for a DUI which resulted in the death of a young man. Things seem to be going completely smoothly until a man and a woman can't stop laughing at the back of the courtroom gallery. The judge reminds everyone that this is a court of law and is not a joke. There's a family grieving the loss of a loved one, mourning over her tragically being taken away, and these two people keep laughing.
I don't know who he is, but whoever can sit here at a tragic moment like this and laugh and smile when somebody has lost a family member. I mean, the entire time that Mr. Zerker's sister was speaking, that clown, and that's what I'm going to call him, a clown, was sitting there smiling and laughing. That you can go to, because if you don't know how to act, you can go to jail. So leave.
But it didn't stop there. On her way out, the woman adds some backchat to the mix, landing herself 93 days in jail.
Anybody that can sit there and laugh and smirk when somebody, take her, she's going in the back. She's going in the back. Anybody else want to go? You can go too.
For speaking out of turn in a courtroom, she was charged for criminal contempt. Not only was Amanda sentenced to 3 to 15 years in jail, her friend was sentenced for 93 days, on a day when she wasn't even the one on trial. Sadly, she only spent a night in jail, but it must have taught her a lesson. The courtroom is no place to joke around. Number 2, Mr. Jones. Everyone has their own way of reacting in a courtroom. Usually it results in standing in silence, crying, looking to your loved ones. But in Mr. Jones's instance, it resulted in one of the most bizarre reactions in court ever. He was on trial for possession of a weapon used in a violent crime, and of murdering a cop when this happened.
Are you currently employed?
No.
Do you want me to screen you for an attorney?
No.
Gonna hire your own?
I don't need one.
Mr. Jones, I never advise anyone to go into court regardless of the charge without an attorney.
Oh, hell no.
Do you want to be screened for an attorney?
You better lock the boy out for Oh, I'm getting scared myself. God damn.
I don't know if the biting and growling is an intimidation technique, but whatever makes you feel better, Mr. Jones. Look at the guard's face next to him. This is a state where the death penalty exists, and everyone has their own way of dealing with stress. While this was his preliminary hearing, Jones was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Before we get to number 1, here's an honorable mention. In a Miami courtroom, Lawrence Patrick Sullivan, a 29-year-old man, was convicted of carrying a concealed firearm. He showed up for his trial with green hair, pale skin, tattoos on his face, looking a lot like the Joker. He may have been confused if it was Halloween or not.
I mean, they get represented me, but I'm trying to get bonded out on my own.
Well, they're there to help you, sir. You don't have a lawyer.
All right.
I mean, okay, so...
I didn't even feel like signing the paperwork. I'm really not in the mood for that.
When he was arrested, officers patted Lawrence down and found a .380 pistol in one of his pockets. He didn't have a permit because the gun was too expensive. His bail was set at $5,000. That isn't too bad for a villain trying to escape the Batman. Hopefully he won't have to go to Arkham Asylum for a long time. Number 1. Michael Maron. This man lived a life most would dream of. He was a millionaire, having traveled the world, traded in complex investments, and led an all-around lavish life. That was until he bought a mansion he couldn't afford and got into lots of debt. To escape his troubles, he decided to burn the house down. But his home insurance provider got suspicious and investigated it. Turned out he escaped the fire in a scuba tank and mask and plotted the whole thing. Whilst being tried for arson and for incident, it loomed on him that it could lead to decades in prison. As the verdict was being read, he placed his hands over his mouth, looking distraught. But secretly, he slipped a pill in his mouth. Soon, chaos ensued.
What?
Turns out he poisoned himself with cyanide as soon as the guilty verdict was read. What do you think he was thinking in his final thoughts? Soon after, he went into convulsions and died on the courtroom floor, leaving his wife and 4 kids behind. This is very similar to Slobodan.
No. One thing I gotta say about this, something about this brother we don't know, or not this brother, but something about that person we don't know about. There's something he was hiding First of all, he burnt the house down and then he commits suicide in the court. There's something about him we don't know about. I feel like there's something he's hiding or something. I don't know what type of affiliation he's in, but there's something about him we don't know about. That's all I'm finna say. Something about him we don't know about. No so Illuminati. Something about him we don't know about. Cause wow.
Proljak, a wartime commander of Bosnia who drank poison at the UN due to his crimes against humanity. In both of these cases, the men could not live with the thought of going to jail for the rest of their lives. What do you think? Would you rather face a lifetime in prison or end it right then and there? Let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully you'll never have to make that decision. Thanks for watching.
I'll never have to make those decisions ever because I am not going that way. I am not going that way, and I put that on my soul. I'm not going that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing those type of things, bro. Oh my gosh. Basically, what I got from it is that people are actually psychotic. I think this stuff is in the movies, but this stuff really be happening in real life. Oh my goodness gracious, man. Oh my Lord, have mercy. Lord, please deal with these people. You know what I'm saying? Lord, please protect them. I mean, it's hard to say protect them, but like, Lord, come on, please. Like, you gotta, please just deal with them, Lord. And for the ones that lost their souls, rest in peace to them, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, and sad to the victims, you know what I'm saying? And the families' victims as well, too. Lord, protect the families' victims, you know what I'm saying? The victim of the family, you know? Wait, the family of the victim, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, my English is bad. But anyways, y'all, make sure you like, you comment, share, subscribe if new to the channel, man. It's your boy Banging 2 times for me, and I'm out this bit, man. This was crazy. I ain't even gonna cap, y'all. Mad crazy, man. But much love to y'all. I'm out this bit, man. The original video will be down below in the description, by the way, too.